right, Therapy Thursday. As Davi said, it's the gift that keeps giving.
Come on with it.
He's talking about himself.
Talking about brilliance.
Yeah.
He said you can't put a price on brilliance.
This is true, and now we get to prove it.
But yeah, I wasn't going to say that.
Oh.
This isn't really brilliant, but we play it on the radio. 888-429-0941, Therapy Thursday. Dr. Davi.
Hey.
Meredith MD.
Hey.
Orlando BGYN. Just in case you have a specific question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you have a question or anything, we can give you a quick 60-second session. We actually got a call here from Meredith. Let's see here. You wanted a question from Meredith. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All righty. So pretty much my situation is I've been with my now husband for 10 years.
Wow.
Congratulations. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Altogether 20. But pretty much there's a blast from the past that just keeps reoccurring, and I just need a little advice as to what to do. There was a previous relationship before me, young and dumb, messed around. He cheated on her, that's with some other girl. I came in later.
Mm-hmm.
So needless to say, throughout our relationship, I have encountered this particular person over and over again. And I just need to know what to do. There was one incident where I couldn't do anything because I was pregnant, and he went up to the store, and the blast from the past kind of had an altercation with him because she was so salty about what happened back in the day. And he didn't want me involved because I was a child. But now I just found out recently where she worked at because he kind of ran into her again. And it's like every time he comes across her, she has to make a scene about what happened then.
Do they share a kid or anything? I don't understand why an ex is still being involved in your relationship. Y'all been together for 20 years.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. No, there's no kid involved. It's kind of like she's still butthurt about whatever happened with them back
She needs to
then.
get
All
a
right,
life.
well, okay. Yeah, we'll let Meredith start giving you a question. We got the question.
Dude,
Because that's janky.
There's
Okay.
nothing
What you got
worse.
for
There's
us?
nothing worse than an ex just trying to meddle in your relationship. And if you guys have a really strong relationship, you guys, been married for 10 years, right? Together for 20. I mean, nobody should be able to break or kind of finagle their way into your life or your relationship. You can't control other people, so always remember that. You're never going to be able to control the way that she reacts when she sees him. Obviously, she still has, feelings for him or a connection. You got to get over yourself. You got to get over your life a little bit and go move on. It's so stupid that people are still trying to hurt your relationship. I would completely ignore her. He needs to completely ignore her and, just keep it moving. You can't control somebody else's actions. It is weird, though, that she keeps trying to break you guys up.
I'm ready to step, so
That's why. Well, you don't get in a fight, and don't. She obviously has lost her mind, and you can't fix something like that. That's broken. So you guys are fine. It sounds like there's no cheating, no infidelity whatsoever. So just keep it moving.
There ain't no cheating. Okay.
It sounds like
If you keep bumping into your ex everywhere, something going on.
Yeah.
I just wanted to cap that, just to let you know.
Has he cheated with her before on you?
No, this is totally separate outside. He told me a story. I know that he cheated on her with her best friend. So
Way back. And she just holding on the torch.
20
Don't let her mess
years.
up nothing.
Something's
But
weird.
And he got to change his routine. He can't go to them same places no more. Anywhere he sees her, he got to go somewhere else now. So if it was at Chick-fil-A, he now got to go to PDQ. He can't go no more.
Don't get
okay?
arrested for fighting her.
Don't be fighting
Seriously.
her or nothing. Don't do that.
I got one for you, Orlando, at the 941. It says, I have a man who says he has nothing to hide, but everything in his phone is a secret. He doesn't even want to be friends with me on Facebook. Am I overthinking it?
Ooh, have fun with that.
You are overthinking it because it's not an indicator that he's doing something wrong. He might have lived that way before,
Orlando.
and now it. Okay, listen.
He's hiding something.
He's not hiding anything except his privacy.
What you hiding? That needs to be
It might
so
be private.
Yeah.
It's not a full indicator that he's doing something wrong. So it's not a smoking gun. Now, it might if he was doing some dirt, this would be a good way to hide it.
Yes.
Or if he isn't, so you still don't know. So what I would do is mention it to him and see how he responds. If his voice goes up a couple decibels, where it's like, listen, that's my phone, then there's something in there that would kill your relationship.
Right.
All right. Now, if he's just like, baby, there's nothing in my phone. It's just locked down because X, Y, and Z. I've always had it this way. There's nothing here. Let's swipe through whatever. Then you feeling good.
So don't go
again,
through his phone?
Do not go through his phone. Even if you find something, you now become a dirty souled person. Don't be the person to go through somebody's phone.
Right.
But ask him about it and ask him once. Don't, whatever the answer is, do what you got to do. Don't keep asking.
Trust
Because that's
him.
where a guy goes crazy. If I'm doing dirt, don't keep asking me. If I ain't doing dirt, don't keep asking me. Ask once and move accordingly. That's what I'm saying. It ain't an indicator that he's cheating, Meredith.
I see red flags, but that's cool.
It's not a red flag if you lock the
I
phone.
see a big old
iPhone
red
made
flag.
the phone with a lock.
It's
Why
waving.
did they tell you to lock down your phone?
Work.
For privacy.
All of the above.
For creeping.
Yeah.
For a little creep.
In the DMs.
A little creep. Ain't nothing
Snapchat.
wrong with
A
that.
little sliding.
Yeah.
All right, wait. We got somebody on hold here. Let's see. Joe, what's going on?
Orlando, what's going on? Good morning, Freak Show.
Good
Hey.
morning. You got a question?
I do. Meredith, I ain't talking about your body, but I heard it looking good these
Oh,
days.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, so I got a question, man, real quick. Therapy Thursday for all three of y'all. How in the heck do you know, I say heck, how in the heck do you know if it's that one? Like, okay, so in the past, I did like an 8. Wait, y'all change my voice, please. I did an 8-year, 2-year, 14-year. I thought all those those relationships I was in, I thought I was in love. But here recently, boy, I got a feeling I never felt before. I just want to know, like, how do you know that's the right one? Like,
I was told
your
you know
chips
it's the right one when you can't not think about her or not be with her. Like, it makes you better to be with her or be about her. Like, even if it's just you trying to do something, you know, in your day and you got her in mind, it makes that better. I was always told that's something that's an indicator on if a person is the one.
I think when you start making plans for us, for we instead of for me, kind of like subconsciously, like when you start thinking, all right, where are we going tonight? Oh, my girl likes this spot or my man enjoys that. That's kind of like an indicator that, like, all right, you have more than just yourself on your mind.
Can't live without.
Yeah, not me, we. Like he said, not me, we. When you start thinking that way, and not just me because I'm trying to get some, but me because I'm actually having quality time. You know the difference. You said, what, 8, 2, 2, all this other things? You did all that.
2, 2, and 14,
and these
man.
aren't, and comparing to those, this is better. So this might be the one, dude. So step
My
kindly.
question is, does the time limit matter in
Nah.
such a short time? Can you feel that?
Well, for
You
Davi,
can.
it does.
Yes,
For
it
Davi,
matters.
it does.
I think that matters because you can learn more about somebody with time. That first little short while,
Lust.
all you see is you just want to be with them, be all over them. But sometimes that will make you lose sight of other things that you're overlooking.
Because newness
yeah.
is sexy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Newness is fire. Newness is man. That's like, remember when you bought that new car and you drove off the lot and you felt good?
Woo!
And then 6 months later, you like, this goddamn car. What the hell? So
Yes,
just
sir, man. I appreciate
stay
y'all, man. I
focused,
really
man.
do,
Don't let her do the putty trick on you now.
The
Just
putty
just,
trick?
Yeah, you
The
know the putty
hell
trick.
is
You know the putty trick.
Orlando, you say focus, man.
Yes, they
Out, I'm trying to holler at him, man.
All right, Joe. Appreciate you, man. That's best
Davi,
Tampa's
what's
finest
the
right there.
putty trick?
That's when you get it at the beginning and you think it's like ham sandwich and then you figure out it's spam a little couple months later.
Gosh.
It's just like newness. It's
Yeah.
the newness. You don't want to go off that.
Well,
Anyway,
magical.
shut up, Meredith. We got more of y'all stuff coming up. Hold on. We'll knock this out first and we'll come back with more of your Therapy Thursday calls. Dr. Davi, Meredith MD, and Orlando BGYN. We got you served up next. Hold on. You're listening for Damage from Her. When you hear that, call 888-429-0941 so you can cop a pair of tickets to Wild Splash. Going on May 14th, Albert Whitted Park, St. Pete. It's up with the baby, with Lotto, with Blast, with Nardo, Wick, Hot Boy, LA to Go taking the stage with some surprises. It's gonna be crazy. Man, and he got a baby coming too. He might mess around and bring that baby out there. You never know. I just saw him have his big shower. So, all right, we got your questions here. 888-429-0941. What you got?
We got one out to 863. He's been texting in for a couple weeks. It says, for Orlando and Davi, have you ever had in your career where your voice was an issue, like being deeper, for instance? I've had people at my jobs upset saying they don't like my tone when I'm saying things. Customers are okay with me, but it seems that sometimes my coworkers are thrown off. I've been promoted due to it at one company because they liked how I handled egregious issues and sounded calm. But recently, someone got upset about how I spoke with them, even though both myself and my supervisor thought it went well. This seems to only be a problem with men who are bothered by my tone. Women have no issues with this.
Ooh.
Women like a deep voice.
Yes.
Guys are intimidated by a deep voice because dudes, I always learned this when I was early because my dad had a real big voice. And it was almost like we used to have a deep voice contest. Like he would call me and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'd be like, "I'm all right. How you doing?" He's like, "Well, I'm okay." And it's just like we were trying to out deep each other, and we weren't trying to do that. It's just almost like a pen test. Like how big is yours? How big is, you know what I'm saying? So I think guys interpret it differently, and if you have a deep voice, it's intimidating and it's also kind of forceful. So you got to use different diphthongs and different little highs and lows and, like, hey, how you doing today? And use the height in your voice wherever that is so people ain't just hearing you growling at them.
Exercise your voice a little more.
I think you have to have a concerted effort to kind of like knowing that you have this deep tone.
Powerful.
You gotta kind of have to watch it a little bit, and you have to play to people's insecurities. At the end of the day, I think that's what it is. It's like a lion roaring contest. And like, you also clown that person a little bit. Like, hey, how you doing?
It's just too much. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And think about it this way. Like, if you're a piano player, a sax player, whatever, you ain't just going to be blasting notes. Sometimes you're going to back up the notes. Sometimes you're going to get them louder. So play your voice like an instrument. Play with it. And the best thing you can do, like Bobby McFerrin, who used to do that Don't Worry, Be Happy song, he learned how to do that with his voice by just recording himself and listening back. Because the way you hear it is different than the way you say it. So play that and, just play with your voice a little bit. But your voice can be scary and can block you from some deals because people be like, he was just too forceful.
And hearing yourself
aggressive
back can be rough, too.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
On a voicemail?
Yeah,
or like that 5 a.m. segment, sometimes I change it. I don't want to hear myself.
I got one for you guys.
What you got?
Good morning to everyone. I need everybody's advice. So my boyfriend and I went to a concert, and of course there's got to be girls everywhere. My boyfriend is always saying things about these girls, changing his tone of voice when he walks by them, and he's more flirtatious. I just wanted to have a good time and not give him any reaction. After the concert, I was tired, sleepy, and my feet were hurting because of my heels. As we were walking past a group of girls, all these girls were dressed in skanky outfits. Of course, my boyfriend said out loud, "Now that's a bad bleep." That was the last straw for me, and I slapped his big forehead. That's when he finally got serious and mad at me. Well, it's Thursday already, and we haven't talked about it, and we live together. Was I wrong for hitting him? I know how embarrassing that can be, but also at the same time, he's embarrassing me.
Okay, it's wrong to put your hands on them. Let's not normalize touching people.
Yeah,
that's the one headline I got out of that.
He was wrong. You were wrong-er. You got to check him with that. Let him know that, hey, I'm not one of your boys that I want to hear you commenting on groups of girls.
Time.
But, to reiterate what you said, that's not an excuse for smacking him.
Right,
on
especially, and now you did that in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like now you done normalized touching each other. So what, when he get upset with you, he could just smack you in your forehead?
You don't want to be that couple.
Yeah,
No,
that's not sexy.
We know couples like that. That's not cool.
And honestly, let him know. Like, say, hey, listen, I get it. I know other people are there, but like Davi said, I'm not really here for you to be treating me like I'm one of your partners.
That is so annoying when you're around a couple like that, or with a guy that's always looking at other chicks in front
But
of
if
their
he's
girl.
open enough to mention it, though, you got to know that at least he's somewhat keeping a buck, even though he has like no decorum. You know what I'm saying? So he just you got to build you a man. You ain't going to get everything. Sometimes you got to teach a man a little something. So teach him how to act right.
And
all
this might not be the one. Can I just say that? This
There
might
you
not
go.
be the one.
It might not.
If y'all already smacking each other and looking at booties and stuff, like, hey, but you might want to keep that moving.
Yeah, you might want to keep your options open. All right, Therapy Thursday is a wrap.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
We're listening for her to get those Wild Splash tickets for you, and they're coming up.